Andy Scott, 1-1 draw at Gateshead, so close to a fine victory, but ultimately you happy with the point?
No, I think we deserve 3, to be honest. I think we've had the better chances. We haven't created loads, but we've created the better chances, certainly a lot more than they did. They were side the luck to pass it, but in the end they were just smashing it long throws. So I thought we coped with the way they played really well. We looked dangerous. Obviously, our first goal, our goal was a bit of a lucky one, but I think we deserved it the way that we pressed. But it's disappointing when really that their ball boys are their man of the match. I find it really hard to swallow when this is the only ground in the league that's allowed a multi-ball, but they use it to their advantage. They've been trained. The balls are still going out and another ball's coming in, and they're throwing the ball in from nowhere near where the ball's gone out. It's where the ball boy is, and if that's the way they want to do it, that's great. But it's got to be the same for both sides. And I just felt that Phil Smith was getting hurried up for taking 7 seconds over a goal kick. Well, in any other game in the league, that's what it takes. And it's just we've probably. The ball's been in play for probably about 95 minutes today. That's more than any other game you're going to find, because they throw it in so quick. And it wasn't the same for both sides, and the referee, we warned him before the game that that's what they do, and he didn't take heed of it. But not going to take away from a fantastic team performance. We set up really well, restricted them to very few chances, and everyone did their job fantastically well.
And that was it. It was a fantastic, solid defensive performance, but defending from the front. And Gateshead are so strong here, but as you said, in the end they were throwing long balls in. They looked really frustrated and disjointed. Yeah,
the key was to make sure that we didn't get picked off too early by charging around, but in an organised, aggressive fashion, and winning the ball back where we could surround it. And getting the first goal was vital, obviously, because they still want to pass it around the back, and we allowed their 2 centre halves to have it and step into midfield where they didn't have the ability to pick a pass out, and it was only very rarely that the midfield players got it with time on the ball, and the midfield two and the wide players tucked in and made it lift, and we wanted to make it predictable as possible, and they didn't really have many answers to it. So obviously we're disappointed to concede a late goal. There's nothing anyone could have done about it. He's a big, strong, powerful lad, and he's got above Joe, and he's bigger than him, so that's life. These things happen, but we've created some good chances, and I think if Joe Gesson hits a target with the one straight away in the second half, then I think if we go 2-0 up, I think it's a completely different game. But the lads gave me everything, and to come here, that's the first points they've dropped here since Grimsby. So it shows what a good performance it was. And there were chances to make it 2-0 in the second half as well, other than Joe and Gesson's shot. Absolutely, we had Joe and Gesson, we had Tom Derry, Brett had a good chance, Jordan Roberts. We did have, and we looked dangerous. Joe also had an unbelievable chance from a corner. It was an absolute free header, and he's just glanced his rather than. But we've been changing the corners every week because we're trying to find a solution to it, and this is the first time we've worked on it on Thursday, and it's actually come off with a different change. So. That's perseverance. We looked dangerous on set plays today, and that was good. We looked solid and we looked full of energy, and after playing against Lincoln, we knew this was going to be a tough one. We knew playing against teams in the top 5 are always going to be difficult, but I thought we coped admirably. And you've already mentioned Joe and Gesson's goal. Has he tried to claim that it was intended in the dressing room? I don't care, to be honest. It's gone in, whether he intended it or not. If he intended it, then it's an unbelievable bit of skill. If he didn't intend it, we've got to work on his crossing. But whether it was a fluke or not, it was a cross that he put in the right place, and Jordan Roberts was so looking to get on the end of it that he ended up colliding with the post. Yep. So it was a dangerous situation. Absolutely. Whatever. We were intent on making sure we were organised behind the ball and that we didn't go charging around on our own, but we also wanted to make sure we could exploit the spaces they left in full-back areas and get in those wide areas and get balls in the box. We've watched the games they've played, and they've conceded some goals from being sloppy, and to be honest, even the second half when we were counter-attacking, they looked very vulnerable. And we just needed probably a little bit more quality on the ball, but the lads were out on their feet, and I think every fan that's turned up today has seen their side put in a real shift and can appreciate what a good effort it was. And that strength and discipline was really important against a Gateshead side who do play it out from the back. Yeah, but the goal's at the other end of the pitch, and you know, Gary's got his way of playing. You know, they've gone 1-0 down, and very similar to the home game when we played them last season. We were 1-0 up and comfortable, and then Brett got sent off. But you know, they weren't hurting us. They didn't. You know, Phil didn't really have a save to make, to be honest. There wasn't a save that he had to make, so we were comfortable. You know, we're happy being comfortable because we've now got pace in the side, and we've got threats from both sides and front men, and you know, players that came on can change it as well. So we set up to play the way we wanted to play. We knew that their two centre halves were probably not going to be the most effective on the ball compared to the rest of the team, so let them have it. We channelled him into different areas where we knew we could win the ball back, and then we counter-attacked from there. That's, you know, it was nearly a perfect performance.
It was nearly a perfect performance with a squad that further depleted by the loss of Josh Scott. What's the news on him?
Yeah, Josh, when he came on last week, he collided with the keeper and just jarred his groin, and it just hasn't settled down. He came up with us, we gave him every chance, but you know, we've got 4 players on the bench, and that's where we are. We're low on numbers, but you know, every single player that was here today and contributed, did everything they could to make sure we got a good result. So you know, really pleased with the boys and the attitude and the way that we've bounced back after Braintree, because you know, that's 2 solid performances now. And the good thing is we're looking solid as a group. We're not conceding many goals. We are creating chances, we're just not taking them, and so you know, we've got to maintain that ability to create chances and just be a bit more ruthless and clinical in the box. But yeah, that will come. You know, Fitch is working his socks off and deserves a goal, and you know, we're looking threatening going forward.
4 points from the last 2 games, as you say, since the disappointment of Braintree. You've got to travel to Dover on Tuesday in good spirit and good heart. Yeah,
well, you know, this point will be a good you know, away point if we back it up with another performance. I said to the boys in there, you know, Dover will be a different type of team that we're playing against, but it'll be equally as hard, if not harder, because we've got to make sure that we recover properly. Obviously, it's a long journey, and they've put everything into it, and you know, given their all. So on Monday we just have to make sure we've got the legs right and we prepare for Dover properly and go and put performance on again, because I enjoy seeing my side give me everything, and you know, they make mistakes at times, but they're honest mistakes, and you know, they grasp what we're trying to ask them to do, and they put it into practice. And you know, clearly we'd like a few more numbers, that would help, but the ones that are doing the job at the moment are doing a great job.
And perhaps most importantly, the suit's still unbeaten. It was noted last Saturday. Is there a reason why the change of attire?
2 reasons really. I think the Surrey stuff that we wear is horrendous. It's just, I don't know why the league make you wear it, but they do. So I took the option that if I wasn't allowed to wear it, if I had to wear that or something else, I'd wear something else. I've always worn suits when I was at Brentford and Rotherham. I feel comfortable. I feel like I can manage. And after the Braintree go, I felt like, you know, I wanted to be the figurehead where the players looked at me and knew I was taking responsibility, and people could come to me and on the touchline, you know, you know, the eyes can be on me, or the criticism can come to me, or the praise, or whatever it needs to be, but let my players get on with the game, and that's where we are with it. So I will continue to wear the suit. I've just got to make sure I've got enough.